Hi, um, welcome back to my channel, My Stoma, My Way. My name is Daniel. Uh, Thanks for clicking on my video. So today I wanted to talk about some continual stoma pain I've been experiencing. When I say stoma, I'm not necessarily meaning the actual stoma, so I should probably be careful with that. My stoma I feel is fine, meaning the color, everything looks okay. Um, but the pain I'm talking about is mainly the sensitivity around my stoma, and that could be for various reasons, you know. But I don't know if anyone's noticed, but there's been a time or two where maybe I'm like, oh, I've been feeling a little uncomfortable, some pain, and I've been thinking what that might be or whatever. Well, I think I figured out kind of what it is, and basically, I just kind of think what I think is I can't go a certain length, a certain amount of time without having to change my appliance, and I feel like that time is probably around no more than like 3 days. So when I think about when I've changed it to when I Sunday, and then I changed it again. What's it, Thursday? So I changed it yesterday. So I was probably kind of pushing it a little bit. No, not to the point where there was any leakage, I would say, or anything that was noticeable, or that was coming through like in another video that I've talked about, where I could visually see it coming through. I wasn't experience, that's not what kind of prompted me to change it. One, so I changed it Sunday morning, and usually I do it Sunday evening, but this week I had to do it early in the morning because of that leakage. So I went all of Sunday, all of Monday, Tuesday, and all of a work day of Wednesday. So that's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's like 4 days. And so basically, what happened was, I believe I started to experience what they call pancaking, which I haven't really looked into that whole bunch because it just sounds gross. And I guess I've never really experienced anything out of what I've thought was the norm, and now that I am, I'm just like, okay, well, I think that's what it is. But so 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 yeah, so I went 4 full days practically without changing my bag, which would probably been fine. But I think because of the fact that I'm more active at work, I work different parts of. I work different hats. My position is I could be doing one thing on one side of the building and then have to go to the other side of the building, and getting up and down from my stool, and up and down from my desk. It's just there's more movement. And so basically what I think was happening is, not blaming anything on my diet or things were being runny or anything like that. It was more of, I think, the the movement broke the adhesive off. And that was starting, because when I would look into my, my kind of removing the popping the bag off a little bit so I can peek inside, I noticed on Wednesday, before I got home, when I was at work, I noticed that the adhesive was really really coming up. And the adhesive is underneath the wafer, so it came out into where I could see it, and I was like, oh crap, okay, I really got to make sure as soon as I get home. And I, aside from the things that I needed to do right when I got home, I knew I'd have to shower, and then eventually shower, and then immediately change the bag. And so that's what I did. But what I noticed, this is the second time, is there's been more stool uh, underneath the the appliance. And I once I go over, I guess, products a little bit more, aside from the bags, it'll maybe like make a little bit more sense. But anyway, stool's coming in parts that it doesn't normally come through, and so When I remove the bag and I'm washing, with, doing my thing, it is harder to get off. So it's really annoying. So yeah, so I just think that I can't, regardless of what I eat, um, I can't go longer than 3 days. I really don't want to push it longer than 3 days. And some people will go longer than that, and maybe because they're, they either don't have that problem, maybe they take better, they fit their appliance better, or they use better products, or just better at doing it. I'm still, getting better at it. I've been doing this now for what, September, October, November, like almost 5 months. So it hasn't been that long. There's people born with these kind of things, and so it's the second nature, or I've had it just a lot longer. So of course, over time, I'm going to get better at it. So yeah, so I'm definitely going to look into a little bit more about pancaking. And you can only imagine what that is, right? I mean, I thought it meant that stool would build on top of your stoma. And so when you're cleaning it, it's just you have to, apply more pressure, or you have to use uh, uh, more soap and water, or just to break it so it's easier to wash off. That's what I kind of thought it was. But then I watched this other video, and um, I don't know why. I find it hard to watch some other people's videos sometimes, and so that's why I don't have all the information, or why I, whatever. But for some reason, I watched this video, and she described it in how I described it, where the stool was, um, and described it as pancaking. So it just sounds like stool that's hardened, and it's a little bit, stuck onto your skin, like, I don't know, pancake batter would stick to a pan or something. I don't know. So we'll see. But so I need to look into that so I can figure out what I can do to either just avoid that. I don't know what. I'm probably not using adhesive properly, because what I tend to do, so I don't have to make a bunch of cuts, is I cut what I feel is like enough, and then I stretch it so it goes around the stoma, um, to protect my skin. And I think by not using more adhesive, and maybe not sacrificing, you know, the amount I'm using over, or the correct amount, then that would probably stop anything, or just be more of a barrier in protecting my skin. And that's really what I need to do, because, that's where this pain is coming from. It's, it's stinging, it's burning, because obviously, stool or whatever, it has acid, and is toxic, and whatever. You just don't want it touching resting on your skin. So that's that's what's happening. Um, I still experience some muscle pain and discomfort, if I sit a certain way for a certain length of time. I'm still healing. There's parts of my stomach I still can't feel. The scar is still pretty pink. It's still healing. I think eventually I will show everyone, my scars, and you'll be able to see how the bag looks on me. It's taken me, as like I've said, it's hard to go and watch other people and see their stomas. I mean, I just find it disgusting. And even the pretty pink ones, and there's some other ones that are just like black and purple, and it's just like, well, not black, but like, just other colors that are just different than how I'm told they're supposed to look like. So I'm sure there's a reason and an explanation for everything, obviously, but it's still off-putting for me, and I have a damn thing. Like, like, how about I not show you mine and you not show me yours? But it's important, for people like me, who need to see that and need to hear about those experiences, so we can hopefully make our lives better. And that's why I'm kind of doing this also. Uh, so so yeah, I'm still learning. I still need to get better. There are probably other products I could try, but I don't know, because it's been going so well. Haven't had any issues. If it's not broken, why fix it? But now it's starting to break a little. and by break I mean my process. Something's, I need to get better at my process, so I don't have to feel that kind of discomfort. I don't have to feel like crap is literally on my skin right now. Like, it's off-putting and gross enough. It is, carrying around your shit with you in a bag until you have the chance to relieve yourself in your way. You know, even though I don't really have that issue. I don't really have um, bowel bowel movements at work. I Mine are happen when I'm asleep or laying down. I mean, yes, there are times at work where it has happened, and that's because of my Miralax days, which I will go into another video, my routine about that. But it's important for me, my health. So yeah, that's where I feel the stoma, the pain I've been experiencing is coming from. So I will address that and adjust. And I think that's the point in this, and this, because this is not the first issue or experience I've had with this where I've had to adjust from what I thought and what I was maybe comfortable with and change it up to whatever. And that's what, this is about. So yeah. um I didn't put out a video yesterday. uh there's other things at home that have been going on that's been taking our attention, and it's been a challenge. It's been frustrating, it's been upsetting, but we are doing our best, and things are looking good. I mean, no worries, everything's okay. But it's been, I say that, but I've been through a lot. And even though I have those moments of, doubt and depression and anxieties and all everything, um, deep down I know that I'm a strong person, and I know that I will get through, and I can get through anything. So everything's gonna be just fine. Uh, and I'll have to remember that when I'm having a moment and I'm crying and I'm moaning about whatever it is, like some skinny broad that comes in with no bag. I don't know. Anyway, um, yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, and I have a 3-day weekend. It's not going to end up how I wanted it or how we thought it was going to, but I'm still grateful for the 3-day weekend. Thank you, Martin Luther King. Uh, Please find a way of honoring him on that day, which is Monday the 17th. But yeah, other than that, I'm just excited for my time off and going to relax and take care of my partner, and do what I can to hopefully make him feel a little bit better. And yeah. um by the way, I ordered supplies the other day, and they should have been here already, and I'm getting close to running out of bags. So we could have a very interesting story coming up if I run out of bags, especially if I have to use the clear ones, because I'm not trying to walk around looking down at my shitty stoma, blurping and talking. you know. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys have some safe planned. There's things are sounding it's pretty crazy out there, especially where I'm at and in certain parts of California. So wherever you are at, I hope you are being safe and responsible, and not only thinking of yourselves but also other people's health and concerns. Um, but yeah, anyways, you guys have a good night, and I will hopefully see y'all tomorrow. Bye.